All right, guys. So where was I headed? I don't even remember. Oh, I was headed back to Motorcycle Mall because I had to get my plate. As you guys saw my tag. As you guys saw in my pickup and my first ride video, I did not have my tag, so I was riding without a license, a tag on the back of my bike. And that's the grounds for a police officer to pull me over and ask me questions. And it was just like, let me just get that out the way, go get the tag. So that's where I was headed this morning. And I kid you not, the title is not clickbait. In total time of me having my bike, I had it for less than 16 hours. In total time of me actually being on my bike, I was on it for less than an hour before this happened. So here we are. As you can see, I'm cruising down, cautious. My thought right here is let me get to the front of the line. You know, it's just a whole bunch of cars here. Let me just move to the front, as you know, we on motorcycles do. We tend to go to the front. And that was my goal. This is where all the bullshit happens, guys. You ready? Sitting here, waiting. Gonna play back. Just gonna play back. Ready? Just one more time. Just one more time. From the beginning. And mind you guys, this is a brand new bike. Brand new bike. It looks like, when I watch this back, it looks like I fell asleep. Like I was midway in the turn and I was like, oh, time to go to sleep. And the rest took care of itself. I posted this video on Instagram asking people what they thought was the cause of the fall. And I'm gonna tell you before that, my thought was that one, either I did not have enough speed coming into the turn, and two, my big thing was that I was so fearful and so cautious of being back on a bike that I didn't allow what I know I should be doing to be done. And the other thing is people were mentioning that there might be gravel, debris, you know, little rocks on the road that I didn't pay attention to, I just didn't notice. I didn't gun the throttle, I didn't do anything crazy. I legit came around the corner and maybe it was just way too slow from a standing position. And as you can see, the bike just fell over, and thank God I was geared up. I had all my gear, all the gear that I mentioned in my Riding Gear 2021 spring and summer video. I was wearing everything in that video. I mean, I was wearing everything here. And luckily, I did not get any scratches. The bike, as you can see right here, my brake lever broke off. And for a day, I was riding with, I think it was 2 days most, I was riding with just a quarter of my brake there. And I also had the rear brake. The rear brake got bent a bit, and there's a scratch, like really bad scratching on the engine cover. All in all, guys, I'm honestly just happy to get back up. Like as you can see, I'm also grateful that I went to the front, because if I had not gone to the front, honestly, I probably wouldn't have fallen, because I don't think I would have been at a standstill. But my thing is, if I had waited where I was and it just had happened, there would have been cars on both sides right behind me, and that could have been very bad. So the fact that I was ahead of everybody, and as you can see, these two cars are here, there was enough space for them to be like, oh shit, this nigga just fell. And so, you know, they did what they did. They went around, and I'm okay. So I'm gonna run the rest of the clip and you guys can see. Let me just start from the beginning so you know you can see. And feel free if you guys want to laugh at me, like, oh my God, you're a clown. It's, like I said, it's whatever. I've already processed this. This is something that I could not have controlled. It is what it is. And I'm here to not appear to be perfect. I'm here to give you guys my life on a motorcycle as it happens. So. When I went to pick up the bike, I really thought that the blinkers would have popped off, because on my CB3, those are one things I hate about that bike. As soon as it falls or someone knocks it over, either the mirrors are getting jacked up or the blinkers are gone. So that's honestly the first thing I thought when I went to go pick up the bike. I was like, oh crap, my blinkers are gone. I have to go deal with this again. I was very surprised to see the brake lever broke off, but hey. Somebody asked me if I was good. New bike, new tires. I don't even know who it was that asked me. And honestly, this moment right here, as you know, you shouldn't pick up a bike by trying to pull it. This moment, once I realized I was okay, I think more embarrassment started to settle in. Once I realized how many people are around, like it's a whole intersection. So there's people on the other side waiting at the red light, obviously watching me, and the people that passed by watching me. And it was just like, embarrassment really started to grab me, and like, dude, we just fell in front of everybody. Like, and so that's why I'm doing an amateur move right here, trying to pull the bike up from the side, even though I know I should be going on the other side and squatting down and picking up and lifting the bike up. So struggling. Shout out to this good guy. He came and helped me, picked it away. It should be picked up. Shout out to this guy, you know. I think falling on a motorcycle could be one of the hardest and loneliest feelings that's out there for us as riders. I've fallen before, and times where I've not gotten hurt, I've had people just drive right by, and I guess it's understandable, you know? If people see that you're okay, they're gonna be like, oh, just look and say, oh, hope it's okay, blah, 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 whatever, and keep on moving. But it just feels really lonely, because it's like, you gotta pick yourself up, you gotta make sure you're okay, and then, you know, people watch you, it could be embarrassing. That's why I'm like really grateful for people. I don't know if he was a rider or what, he didn't say, but just people that think like, oh, let me stop to make sure this guy's okay. Like, super appreciated to this guy. Just throw some blessings. Let's do a God bless that man for being cool and making sure I was okay. Taking the time to stop, put his car there, and just making sure I was okay. Don't know me from nowhere. I really appreciate that, homie. He was saying that people from the turn, they pulled right into where his car was, basically that I should move my bike off, and that people turn right away into that intersection, into my lane. So he's, like I said, just really good person that just saw something and just decided to, a good Samaritan, saw somebody down, went to check, had no reason to, had no need to, but out of the goodness of his heart, he wanted to make sure. So I really appreciate him and people like that. See? Asked me if I'm good. I told him I was suited up. Checking out the bike. And I just had to laugh at myself. At that moment, I really had to laugh. Like, that really just happened. Like, I don't know, man. That was crazy. But my levers, I got new. I believe I mentioned them in my pickup video that I had ordered levers. The new levers are on the bike now. They're MGP and they're folding levers. So God forbid if the bike ever falls, they're not gonna snap off like that. They're just gonna bend inwards. As you can see in this video, they just push in. My brake lever, foot peg, foot lever, I can bend it back, but I don't really need to. My foot has gotten used to the way it is. It's a little bit arched up, but it doesn't bother me to the point where it's like I can't ride the bike. It's still functional. And the scratches on the side, excuse me, the scratches on the side, of course, everybody wants a perfect bike. But after having my CB3 and previously before that my Grom, and both of them have fallen or gotten hit XYZ, for me to try to have a perfect bike, I've given up on that idea. As long as my bike works, as long as it's functional, as long as it's not ratty, of course, then okay. But something cosmetic such as scratches on the side, that's just more like a ego thing. Just say, oh, my bike's not perfect. My bike is still fucking perfect, okay? It still moves, it still rides, it gets me from point A to point B with a smile on my face, so I can't even worry about that scratch. And I honestly don't even remember that it's there until I like walk and look. It's like, oh my God, my bike fell. It doesn't damage me. It doesn't, in the moment, yeah, it hurt my soul, but I'm okay with it. For those of you who are thinking, oh, you should get frame sliders, yes. The irony in the situation is that I ordered frame sliders probably 2 days before this happened. And they should be coming today and I'll get those put on ASAP. But this whole timing was just like really weird, really like out the box, surprised the shit out of me. And one thing that I will say though, this may sound weird, but one thing that I would say is I'm kind of happy that it happened, because I was so nervous, so anxious about being back on a bike that I do believe part of that, half of this falling was me overthinking things. Them telling me there's new tires on the bike, be careful, and me trying to like, counteract that, or like, taking that fact and being overly cautious is what caused this. And I think we know as bikers, when you're on a bike and you're overly cautious, it's just a recipe for disaster, because you're gonna allow yourself to overthink things that should just naturally come to you and not allow your body to just move freely. But ever since that fall and just being back on a bike, I am back to my confident self. Like I remember all my skills, all my adrenaline, handling things, how not to panic when some driver is doing something that looks like it may be dangerous, how to just keep calm and just, do what I'm supposed to do. I have no fears of being back on a bike besides a driver doing something that could mess me up. That is my only fear. And potholes, of course, because I can't control that. But anything that I can control, such as turning, braking, accelerating, I am fine with. If you guys saw how I fell, I was thinking that I won't be able to take a fall after my accident from last year. My leg is not fully back to 100%. I still feel pain when I walk sometimes. So I was worried about falling. But this fall showed me that I could still take a fall. It's just running into cars that I can't really take. As you can see, I pop back up like Spider-Man. But that shit was hot. If I may toot my own horn, that shit was kind of hot. Like, look. All right, I'm about to try to catch it and see. This shit was like, boom! You saw my hand like a fucking cat. Jeez. That was cool. So there you go, guys. That's what happened to me and my baby, my brand new baby, not even 16 hours, not even half a day before. Not even half a day after I had my bike. In some ways, it does suck to say that this happened, that my bike is having a scratch in it, but I am up, I am alive, and I'm still riding. So you guys, I'm gonna leave the post that I posted on Instagram with this clip in the description or in the comments, and you guys can go check out and see what other people say. You could weigh in and leave your opinions and what you thought happened, but this is life, guys. Shit happens, and all I can do is really thank God that I'm up and then learn from it. Hopefully this could be if you guys ever have a brand new bike, dealing with brand new tires or just fearful about things, let my experience be a little bit of like, okay, for you guys, But that's it for this video. Like, comment, let me know what you think about this, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I'll see you in the next one. Mr. 300 OG. Out of here.